Hello there. I'm Laurie at Positive Thanks Living. This is Junk Journal July 2026. Junk Journal July. This is the UK prompts. Today is 24 Garden Find. Cheers. So I've been trying to have tea every day, and I think I have. And today is about finding something in a garden, or garden find. That's the actual prompt, 24th. And so this is called a labyrinth. This pattern is what's found in France, in Chartres. I don't know how to say the name. And it is a stone path inside the cathedral. But I have had experience with a garden experience like this. And so I'm pretending today we're in a garden. And I'm going to fit, this is watercolor. I'll put in a little excerpt of me watercoloring this into the last part of the video. Imagine this is grass, okay? And imagine that this is the labyrinth in the grass. So I stitched this and I started here. It resembles it slightly. My stitching is very messy. But I'm going to be putting this down on this watercolor card and then the entire card here. I'll show you how I started with the stitching because this is paper. I love paper. I started using, if you're in the States and you have a Dollar Tree, they have these bulletin board things. And so I have a few of those. I think they came in packages of 2, but I'm not sure. And I have an awl, which of course we use that to bind our signatures. And what I did was I just punctured holes and then I spent the evening stitching. See? And it came out like this. And then I have a lot of threads, embroidery floss, I think it's called. And these are some that were my daughter's, and she's gifted me them. But I also have an immense trunk from a lady called Jewel. She has passed away, but she left me all her, she gave it to me before she passed away, actually, all her embroidery threads. So I'm determined that I'm going to make use of them in this season of life for me. And the colors of floss, they remind me of a garden. So that's how I punched them. This is the full 6 strands. And I want to put this onto the page. But as you can see, it is just a little bit too small. I'm sorry, the page is smaller than what the watercolor paper is. So I'm just going to draw a very simple notation of where it ends. And then I'm going to cut it. We can cut it together. I'm going to pull out my very, very large guillotine. Well, it's not that large, but it's larger than my 8.5 by 11 guillotine. Anyhow, Labyrinth. Yes, David Bowie's version. I I think that version of the movie, as much as I like it, because I do, it makes us think of a maze, not a labyrinth. Because a labyrinth, by definition, there's an entry point and an exit point, and there are no dead ends. It leads you. I don't think I got where I was supposed to cut. It leads you to the middle, and then it leads you back out again. We were, my husband and I were in Montgomery, Alabama last year in May, and there's a church downtown that has a brick. So it has a like an inner courtyard that's a garden. It's got flowers and trees. I'm going to put a picture in. And I used, because I have mobility issues, I have a scooter. And I used my scooter to do the inlaid stone labyrinth. I'll show you. A labyrinth like this one. It just caught my attention of what a labyrinth is. And it made me imagine my own garden labyrinth. So you come in, and the purpose of this kind of labyrinth, see how close you come to the middle? The purpose of this kind of labyrinth is meditative. And even if you don't walk it, you can use a pencil and quietly calm your brain. And it keeps going, and it keeps going. Because it's just stone on the ground, or if it's outside, it's grass. And I'm going to put a video below of the Chartres Cathedral, where you can find this layout, and another video of a fellow who I think designs gardens and puts this kind of labyrinth in the garden in stone, and he draws it with graph paper and with a compass. Specific detail of just how it goes. But maybe you are that kind of person. Like my husband, he does puzzles, and he loves puzzles. Me, not so much. I am junk journal oriented. I can't even follow instructions. There we go. Here we are in the middle. And you're meant to be able to get back out. You just find your way back out again. Now I'm going to put this down here. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you would want to make your own labyrinth. Whether you would have the patience to do it or not. If you do any slow stitching, this is so meditative. And I have to say that I enjoyed the experience of doing this with my stitching. It almost felt better than just using a pencil and going around. All right, there we go. Now, something else. I was thinking about it, but I didn't know whether actually it would be a good idea to do. I have these stickers, and because we're doing garden find, imagine walking through a garden, and all of a sudden, the grass opens up, or the forest opens up, or the garden opens up, and you find yourself in a space full of flowers. Just full of flowers. But you see the idea of what I'm getting at. Showing. We have a garden with flowers and all of a sudden we're walking through the garden and we find ourselves enjoying or being introduced to a beautiful and meditative walk. We have watercolor, we have slow stitching, and that's today. Hang on, I'm gonna garden find. That's our garden find. A little more tea. Here's garden find. Day 24. We only have a few more days left. I want to say cheers. Thank you for joining me. I'm Lori at Positive Things Living. I'll show you at the end me watercoloring these pages. I did 2 of them. Here's the other one. And I'll use it somewhere else, I'm sure. I want these to look like bushes, you know, if you were top down. I don't know whether they do. Doesn't matter. And this is slow stitching. And this is the design at Chartres. I don't know how to say it. I'm looking for my other example. Here, I have a green one. I have a beige one. If you're interested, I can email you, or I guess I can put it up on Ko-fi. If you're interested to have this to do your own slow stitching, or you could make your own. Follow the video down below. But in the meantime, I wish you well. I hope you're well. I want to invite you to subscribe if you haven't, or cheers the like button. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be simple circle, and I guarantee I'm going to do simple circles. Deep breaths. I can do that. Day 25. Bye for now. See you tomorrow. Imagine this fountain at the middle of the labyrinth. Wouldn't that be lovely?